From overseas, Ukraine's President Zelensky now saying 4.5 million Ukrainians have no power and that the outages could get worse with the approaching winter. Washington Post reports the U.S. is privately asking Ukraine to show that it's open to negotiate with Russia. General Jack Keane's on this. And General, good morning to you. We had that headline. I'll just share one more with you. Call for one, guys. Senior White House official Jake Sullivan involved in undisclosed talks with top Putin aides. Sullivan's had confidential discussions with Russian counterparts amid concerns over escalation and nuclear threats. Can you put two and two together here, General, for us?
Well, first of all, Sullivan's discussion with Putin's aides over brandishing nuclear weapons as an item of fear is certainly worthy. And last week, certainly President Xi coming out with the German chancellor and opposing the use of nuclear weapons inside Ukraine is a big step forward. And last week we also saw the Putin back away from nuclear weapons, say they have no intention of using nuclear weapons. It's the United States that's really escalating the tension around this issue. But to get to your first point, I mean, I think it's disappointing that the administration that behind the scenes is putting pressure on Zelensky to negotiate. I mean, the idea he should be open for negotiations, but there's no pressure for him to negotiate now. I don't think you could separate the two. The fact is, Zelensky has operational momentum in trying to retake territory. And let's say, when we're talking about retaking territory, we're literally talking about liberating millions of Ukrainians who are under the control of Russia, where they're deporting hundreds of thousands of them to Russia, thousands of children, and mothers, sisters, and daughters are being routinely raped, and men are being tortured. That is what Zelensky's operational momentum is all about, that kind of liberation. Why put pressure on him to negotiate as long as he has that? That plays into Putin's hands. Will there come a time if Zelensky gets a stalemate, he can't move forward, Russia can't take territory back, and there is a stalemate like there was in 2014? Is that a time for negotiations? That's Zelensky's call, and he likely would make a call like that, but not now. Don't put that kind of pressure on him when the wind is at his back somewhat, and also when Putin has taken a major step forward, and you mentioned it. He is trying to shut down the electric grid as we're in the first month of a 4-month winter, disrupt the water and distribution supply, and impact incredible suffering on the Ukrainian people. And Zelensky wants to stiffen their resolve and let them know that he's fighting for them, and he's going to liberate more Ukrainians. The administration should back off here.
Wow. General, thank you. We'll see what they do. A smart thing to keep the communication lines open, I would argue. Smart thing to try and risk the potential for a level of escalation, especially when this discussion about nuclear weapons is being tossed around. Your points are very well taken. General, thank you for your time. Jack Keane in Washington. Thanks.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.